Oh, women, sisters of mine, let us awake from our dreaming. Gone is the night of dreams, the day of deeds is dawning. Hear voices call from the hilltops, sisters, the light is gleaming. Hear the sound of feet that march upward in the morning.
As women, we stand in gratitude to these suffragists, women who believed women's liberations were possible because they had known liberated women, women who possessed rights beyond their wildest imagination, the indigenous women of the Haudenosaunee Confederacy.
A reporter who watched me walk in, he just walked over to Jane Swisshelm, who was this self-proclaimed civil rights advocate and writer for the Commercial Journal, and he asked her, "So, what do you think about the nigger question?" The nigger question. The race cars, the black code, the Negro rule. Oh. I mean, we think it's altogether just irrelevant and unwise. We can only claim that a white carpenter's mother is as good as a white carpenter, or that a white blacksmith's mother is as good as a white blacksmith. I'm sorry. Contradictions. Always contradictions.
So you'll help me, even though it's illegal?
I am well aware fathers are granted complete legal guardianship over their children while their mothers get none. Legally, it may be wrong to help you save your daughter from your abusive husband, but morally, it is right.
Helen, are you sure you want to take this next step? There are a lot of angry men out there just waiting to rip you to shreds. It's not too late to back out. I can tell Mayor Patton you're not feeling well enough.
Didn't you see her, Ray? She wasn't even 14. Her father lied so he could basically sell her to her husband. She didn't have a voice. She couldn't refuse. And she's not alone. Do you remember that carpetbagger? No? It was right after Mother died and we were so desperately destitute. That vile man offered a fortune for Sabina. Any ordinary man would have accepted the offer, especially given our meager situation. No, this isn't about me. This is something I will fight to enact.
My Albert loves me enough to know that we women are the quiet changes of the world. While men stood around discussing the Great War, we women were visiting veterans' hospitals and making care packages and giving soldiers the courage to keep fighting and to keep going. While men fought the rising tide of immigrants in this country, we women were out organizing English classes and giving those same immigrants the ability to integrate and become productive members of society. While men sought to silence us, we women have fought to take our place in the sun and to have a say in our governments and schools and about the laws that affect us. What a travesty it is for those same voices to be silenced now.
10 years. 10 years since the ratification of our suffrage success, and here I am just beaming at all the progress we've made. And yet, what do I see? But man's, especially Southern man's, inhumanity to his fellow man, with the lame excuse of protecting us women. We do not need this kind of protection. You know of which I speak. These terrible lynchings of Negroes, all in the name of preserving the honor of Southern white women. This practice cannot be tolerated. Our work continues.
We marched to fight for the right to vote and to demonstrate our willingness to fight, not only for ourselves, but for the future generations of America. The parade will defy society's expectations of women and redefine women's place in society.
Gentlemen, I am speaking to you today on the assumption that you believe in a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Perhaps you do not consider women people, or the right of every human being to have some voice in the laws that govern them. If you, as men, continue to withhold suffrage from women, the motto of government should be of the men, by the men, and for the men.
Some women were fortunate enough to see their victories. Some women were never given the credit they deserved, but their daughters lived on to see their mothers' dreams fulfilled. And unfortunately, some women never got to enjoy the results of their work. I will feast on the fruits of everything my foremothers, these sisters of mine, fought for, and I will vote.
Oh, women, sisters of mine, let us awake from our dreaming. Gone is the night of dreams, the day of deeds